to hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's No Bull Beer Reviews. Today I have another beer from Wooden Robot Brewing Company out of Charlotte, North Carolina. This beer is called Daddy Needs His Juice. You can see it has like the I can't remember what those things are called. The sock and bopper. The sock and boppers were the big blow up fists that you would punch each other with. I don't remember what these were, but the things that had like little buttons, the little robot things that you control to punch each other. That's what's on the label. I just thought that was pretty cool. And obviously the red guy has a cherry for a head, but I don't know if you saw down here. It says sour golden ale with cherries. And the description says sour golden ale brewed with 100% local barley and triticale malts, fermented and aged in our oak foeder for several months, re-fermented on over a pound per gallon of Virginia-grown Bing cherries. Resulting beer is delightfully tart and juicy with a rich red hue. So, sounds good. I've not had this before. I was considering drinking a bottle on site when I picked this up, but that place is just always incredibly crowded and just nuts. So I couldn't even find a seat if I wanted to just sit down and enjoy this. So I just grabbed what I needed and left. This is a 6.0 ABV. So let's crack this open and see what we got. Man, I can smell that from here. So, as you can see, it pours a cloudy, nice ruby red color. I mean, if there was ever going to be a color for a cherry beer, it would be this. It's very. I mean, that is the color of cherries. It had a very minimal, like pinkish white head that dissipated really quickly. So there's a good amount of oak in the aroma. I am getting a little like chunky or funky cheesiness, and I do get some like cherry pie notes as well. It smells really nice actually if you combine all this. So let's see what it tastes like. It's pretty good. There's not really as much funk or oak in the taste as there was in the aroma. But there is more of a cherry pie quality to the taste. It's definitely cherry forward. The acidity level, I wouldn't say it's like super high, but it's definitely on higher than medium in my opinion. It is a little biting. It is very, very cherry forward, which I do really like. The downfall is that there's really not much underlying like funk and complexity to this. There is a little bit of minerality on the back end, but it's pretty minimal. It's mainly like the fruit flavor, tartness, and a very, very slight funk at the end. So I do still think it's a pretty good beer, but to really get to that like upper echelon of fruited sours, it's not quite there because it doesn't have like that finish or aftertaste of like some true funk wild beers. And that's not to say that that's outside of the realm of what Wooden Robot can do, because I've had some other wild beers from them that were really funky and like legitimate great American wild ale. So, but if maybe this might be what they intended to do, is just make like a really good cherry sour beer, not necessarily supposed to be really funky. But again, it's a kettle sour or something like that. I mean, it's a legitimate sour beer, but it's just not quite as funky and complex as I want it to be that complete upper echelon of sours. It's still pretty good though, because it does have a really nice cherry taste to it, uh, and there is a little bit of a minerality and some funk. I just like I get what I want, but it's not as prevalent as I want it to be. If that makes any sense, it's not that it's non-existent, but it's really in the background. And just the cherries and acidity are the forefront, and I just want that funk and minerality to come out in the forefront a little bit. So this was $16. I think it was worth it. I would buy this again because I do still think it's pretty tasty. When I say I wish it was this, that's me saying like if it was this, it would be an amazing beer. So it's not really a knock on the beer itself. It's just I find it easier to, instead of trying to find things good to say about a beer, I'll say the negative things. But if there's only a couple small negative things, that makes it a really really good beer. Because it's easier to start from the top and trickle down than it is to try to build a beer up, in my opinion, when you're describing it. So. I would still buy this again. It's really good. I don't know that I would want to drink more than this 500 milliliter of it because the acidity level is on the higher end, but I still think it's pretty tasty. I do like it a good bit. Excuse me. And they actually just won, not for this beer, but for another one of their beers. They won gold for fruited sour at GABF, and generally I don't put a lot of stock into GABF, but for fruited sour, that is a huge category. There's a ton of beers in that category, so that's pretty impressive. And that I'll have to look. I don't remember if I did a review for that beer on this channel or not. I don't think I did. I think I did a review of the base one. But I don't think the Reserve Doree, but I don't think I did one for the peach one. So I might have thrown up because I think I still have a bottle left. But yeah, so that just goes to show that they have quality, they know what they're doing, and the stuff that they're putting out is still pretty good. So that's all I got on this guy. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.